Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. And a month after it aired, I'm going to be talking about episode number 10 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Past Life. So, anyway, yeah, tonight the thing is on, and I literally got the thing from Marvel not too long ago, Marvel's YouTube page. We're like, hey, check out a preview for tonight, the next episode. I'm like, crap, I didn't watch the last episode. I better go check that out. So, I just got finished watching it. Anyway, yeah, this was wild. I think it would have been better if I would have watched it then, but at the same time, I wasn't in any rush to watch it since they were doing the whole month-long break. They promised there wasn't going to be any mid-season break. They stated there would be no mid-season break because the Inhumans, yeah, remember them? Because they showed up. So all of a sudden, what do we have? Well, there's going to be a little mid-season break. Stop it! But at the same time, they did two mid-season breaks for the previous season. You remember that? Season 4? Man, like just I was mad. Anyway, hey, what's up, Raven? Figures an Australian be up. Do you guys ever sleep? So, what do we got here? We got over here. I got a nice little recipe that I'm going to try and make. But on this side, okay. So, Cassius lost Sonara. Ah, man, I kind of feel like I lost Sonara also. Like, oh my God, she was so hot, dude. Anyway, that being said, man, she was hot. I got a thing for blue chicks. I don't know what to tell you. But Cassius went crazy after he lost Sonara. But at the same time, did he? Did he really? Because when did Sonara ever really talk? So him talking to Sonara was one of those things where it's like he always just talked to Sonara and he waited for an expression to come back. Or did he? She would always just, look at him in a certain way. It's like she never really talked. So him talking to this corpse it wasn't really that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of showing he was going crazy. At the same time, was he? So, and that's not to discredit the actor or the script or anything like that. I literally look at it as she responded to him about as much as she always does, being dead. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think probably like his best line. Tell me if you saw this one, okay? I know you saw the scene where he says to his doctor, fix her. She's dead. I can't bring her back from the dead. She's dead. So he pulls out that Smith and Wesson looking revolver. Apparently they're not called Smith and Wesson anymore. That's disappointing. Anyway, turns around and he's like, boom! And he's, blows his head off. You just see the blue blood against the wall. And he goes and he says, then perhaps you should study the matter more closely. And then that was a cool line. And what's funny is that he knew it was a cool line too. Because what'd he do? He kind of did this whole little, like it's like he wanted to look at the camera. He's like, no, don't. And he looked at me. I could see that smirk on his face. That was not the acting smirk. There was the regular little, pompous smile that he did. But then there's an extra little. That wasn't a twitch. He was like, this is what they're going to remember me for. And oh, yes, I will. So, and now that we're pretty much done with the Kree, wow, the Kree were really awesome in this season, man. They were fantastic. Like we saw the Kree earlier, the dead one that was all like eaten up. But we also saw some of the Kree, and for the most part, we saw, all in the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie. But especially, we saw Ronan the Accuser. He had the same, the blue paint, the black mascara, like in different forms and things like that. All of it, I think it was great. They kept it in a really good line with each other. So this is the MCU version of the Kree. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think they did a really good job on that. Kudos, hats off. Not bandanas off because it's hot in here, man. Like getting poofy and anyway. So what else happened here? Fitz, Fitz, man. He went off on this one. He went out of control on this one. This is what he did. He goes and he sets up that booby trap. You remember that? Where everybody's like coming in. It's like, and Mac was like, I'm going to shoot him. He's like, nah, save your bullets, man. And Duke was like, okay, there's 3 of us here and we're armed. We got melee weapons. What are you going to do? And Fitz was like, man, like he could have just been like on the side. Nope. He made sure he's like, check me out. I'm like, does he have a dead man switch? Nope. Even worse, technically. He went, boop, wanted to make sure they saw that it was he who killed them. Like when Missy Elliott says, who shot you? He's just like, who decapitated you? That was like a scene. What was that movie? I can't remember what that movie was called. That ghost ship movie, whatever, where the masts like just went like that, and everybody was just like cut in half, and like the little girl was stuck there. She didn't get hit because she was so much shorter. You know what I'm saying? And she just looked around like, ah, that's what it looked like. Oh man, like their bodies, like their heads, just like they were just sitting there, and he was just standing there all cool and whatnot. Me, I'd have, like he went a little gangster in this. I'd have gone total nuts on this. Like I'd have been like doing Opa Gundam style. Like that's right, you're gonna see Psy before you die. How you like that? He he just sat there, man. You remember the Dave Chappelle show? This is like they walked in there thinking they had it, man. Like, oh, you better put your weapons down because we're Kree. And like Mac was gonna get like one of them. he freaking Fitz jumped up there like out of nowhere. He was like Dave Chappelle acting like Rick James jumping up talking about Charlie Murphy. Cold blooded. That was so great. Oh, how is Dave Chappelle still funny to this day? But that's what it felt like to me. I saw him do that and I was like, that was cold-blooded. That was wicked. Wow. Okay. Moving forward. Another really messed up scene. Yo-Yo. First off, kudos to Francis Yu. Okay. A month ago, when I made when I did the review for episode number 10 for season 5, it's like, they revealed that there was that Cassius had a seer. It's like, I have a seer too, and I didn't catch it. But at one point, one of my subs, Francis Yu, he looks and he's like, since he stated Yo-Yo's full name and everything, and was like particularly surprised to see her, wouldn't it be interesting if she were actually the seer? And so I put 2 and 2 together. You remember when she left, when like they're going to go into the past again. They're in the future now. They're going to go into the past. And then the planet blows up eventually, and then they're on the space station, and before the Kree shows up, and there's the bloody war, and Mac winds up getting himself killed at one point somehow, and dies in the fire, and then what do you call it? For crying out loud, Ming Na Wei. What's her character's name? You know her name, Ming. Her character. She's like, hey man, don't go anywhere. But Yo-Yo loses it. She's like, no. I'm going to go in this right now. So she's going to go up and she's going to kill Cassie. So she gets on the elevator. We don't see what happened to her after that. We know what happened to her now. Yeah, she got caught. And Francis called it. So kudos, man. Hats off. That was a good one. Fitz really growing into himself. Fitz was acting like he was back in the Matrix, man. But yeah, she goes and she says, of course, Yo-Yo goes and finds herself, her older self. And she's like, oh my God. And she's all like bloodless. She's like, her lips are all like dry and everything. She's just like pasty. And she's like, oh my God, what happened to you? And then you see like her arms were surgically removed and like the wounds healed over themselves. Like, I'm surprised they didn't do that with her legs also. They just chained her instead. Wow, dude. Wow. So she's trying to get some information from her and whatnot, and like they really gave her the Ben Reilly the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider treatment. Remember how they said in the Clone Saga that, not in the Clone Saga, excuse me, the Clone Wars was it called, the most recent one that Dan Slott had done, says that the Jackal killed Ben Reilly. He resurrected him and then tried to clone him, properly, didn't work, so killed him. Recloned him, killed him again, recloned him, killed him again, and kept on killing him in every different way possible, trying to get him to come back and for the clone to be a perfect clone. He wound up making the perfect clone, but he wasn't the perfect clone. But the idea is this happened like he lost count at 30 at how many times he had been killed and resurrected. So he went completely crazy. So that's what they did to Yo-Yo here. So yeah, she's lost it. She's like, I went over my head so many times what I would say to you. But, then they killed her and brought her back again. And then, of course, surgically removed her arms and kept on messing with her over and over again. Like, wow, yeah, that would damage your memory. I'm just saying. So that was messed up. That was also kind of cold-blooded. Cassius with the Unity. What was it, Unity or something like that? I think it was like Unity. Yeah, the Unity ring. Bang! It was indented in his forehead. Whew, man, there's some evil people in this one. I'm telling you. So she can't remember hardly anything, but the best news she gives is Coulson is dying. that's messed up. And then you see at one point he's got this little like the Black Mercy growing on his chest or something. It's a DC crossover. We don't know. So like this thing is growing on his chest, like he's dying, and he knew he was dying, and then everybody else realized he's dying, and they knew they should have just let him go, but they tried to save him anyways, and that's the reason why this happened. So it's like, okay, that's messed up. Hey, PA Stewart. So like that's wow. So that's how the dude winds up going. That's how the whole Earth winds up going. So they have to let Coulson die. Oh man, could you? Could you? Wouldn't you be thinking maybe we could save a man of the Earth too? Oh man, like it's Coulson, dude. It's Coulson. So plus Coulson ices Daisy. she's like, I'm gonna stay. No, you can't stay. No. You taught me how to be a fighter while I'm taking a stand. Coulson, he pulled out his Unity ring, and all this from the Dave Chappelle show. Sorry if you guys haven't seen that. You should go and watch all 3 seasons. Coulson's like, I didn't train you how to fight. May. Ming Na Wei. Her character name is I just lost it. May. It's May. So it's like, May taught you how to fight. I need you to lead. Just ice her, like right in the head too. Cold cat, like. Coulson, cold-blooded. I'm dying, dude. Yo, everybody got their moment in this one, except for Mac. Mac didn't. Mac goes and sees. That's actually where I'm at too. Mac goes and sees Cassius. He's like, oh, there you are. You've got the love of my life, as you've got Yo-Yo, and he's got a shotgun. Max finally got a shotgun axe, and he's about to do some serious damage. And all of a sudden, two other bad guys, two other, Kree come walking up. But they're like mid-level. You know what I'm saying? They're like regular foot soldiers or whatever. But like the main boss is up ahead. Mac gets the opportunity to kill the main boss. That should be pretty cool, right? But then he sees that, the love of his life, Yo-Yo's there. And then he sees that, like, he cut off the arms. And he's not thinking clearly. He's not looking at this like, the skin grew over and everything like that. So, like, I guess he is a mechanic. He isn't trained to actually be a full-fledged butt-kicking mercenary. I saw that immediately, and I'm just like, okay, so that didn't happen recently. That happened a while ago. I don't care what kind of technology you got, that is fully healed over. There's just like a little tiny nub there. So they did that on purpose. That was, whatevs. With Mac, he's just like, you just cut off her arm, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just left her. There's no way that could have healed, within a couple of minutes after them cutting off her arms, and she's still conscious. Like, come on, man. There's no way. I don't want to hear about Kree tech. Shut up. Krees aren't known for that kind of tech. That's the Skrulls. So, that's where the Kree stole their tech from in the first place, in the comics at least. So, they see, what do they see here? Oh, what is this? Off to Tahiti with him again. Yeah, right? Coulson's going back to Tahiti. It's a magical place. So, what happens now? He sees this and he's like, okay, I gotta fight. So he's got the shotgun right there. Dude goes and takes this, super amp, what do you call it? I think it was, Chloe Bennett. She goes and says at one point, what's her name? See, I know all their real names. I can't remember their show names. Quake, Daisy Johnson. She's like, oh, they have PCP in the future. Great. So he goes and takes the Kree PCP, PC Kree. He takes PC Kree. Oh, I should. Patent pending. Anyway, takes the Kree CP, and he's just like, like that, and just cuts her throat. It's like. And what's her name was right over there too. Simmons, she was right over there too. I'm wondering if she saw this right on the same place and cut her throat with a knife. 1, it was not a butter knife. 2, didn't cut his cheek. Did not cut her cheek. He cut her neck. If she would have cut his neck, even with the butter knife, this crap would have all been over, dude. This would have been over. We'd have been dealing with a brother instead. So who knows what that would have been. But the idea is, like, this scene wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? So Yo-Yo is dead. The future Yo-Yo is dead. The armless, help me. She's dead. And Mac's like, oh, no. Isn't that cue enough to use that shotgun? Okay, so instead, The dude goes and jumps down, and he's not even like, super speed jumps. He's like, jumps down. Like, he's all like this. He's not even like doing a ninja flip to like, screw with his equilibrium. He's just, like that. He's full body like a bear jumping down. That's like, free shot, boom. Shoot him, dude. What are you doing? No, he lands like that, and he's just like, oh, that's messed up. It's like, that's not messed up. Shoot him. What are you doing, man? You got your choice. You can cut him with the axe. You can shoot him with a shotgun. You could stab him with a shotgun and then pull the trigger. I'm just saying. No, he's just standing there. Oh, this messed up, man. Just killed your girl, dude. I would have had like all six shells would have been in this dude. I'd have been going hand to hand with the other dudes. You know what I'm saying? No, he turns around. He's like, oh, the main boss is in front of me. Let me kill the flunkies first. Bow, bow, and then he turns around. And he never gets the chance to shoot Cassius. I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay, I used to play a lot of video games when I was a kid. I haven't played in a long time. I used to play video games when I was a kid. Here's what happened. Dude was supposed to go and get the special boss ammunition. So he was supposed to go and get the incendiary rounds, which is the special weapon, the special ammo that he was supposed to use in order to kill the main bad guy. Yeah, see, that's what he's supposed to do. For the boss, you can't just use your regular ammo. You got to use like the incendiary rounds. So he had his regular rounds, and by the time he got there, he's like, "Oh no, I forgot to get the incendiary ammo. So I can't. It's no use wasting my shots on the boss." That's obviously what happened. That's clearly what happened because he didn't even bother taking the shot. He just went and shot the boss or the mini bosses. The two flunkies over here. That's what happened. That's video game logic. That's what happened. He realizes he forgot to take that side quest. You know what I'm saying? To go and get the incendiary rounds to take down the big boss. It's his own fault. So anyway, like they were waiting for him anyway. It was like a regular boss scene in a video game anyway. He's up on top. He's got the girl. I played Double Dragon when I was a kid. I know how that works. So anyway, yeah, Mac winds up killing because what's her name is there? Simmons. Simmons is there, and she goes and like puts the silence thing in his ear. He's like, I thought you couldn't feel pain, my man. I thought you couldn't feel pain. What's going on with that? It's like I saw Daisy up there again talking about you feel that. So and then Yo-Yo walks in afterwards. Super speed. You could have super speeded your butt a little bit faster. Be like, don't worry, Mac. That's not me. What was she doing? What was she doing at that point? Anyway, so finishing off, Geek and Enoch making the ultimate sacrifice. So here's these totally awesome futuristic characters, and like, yeah, they gotta die. It was actually a pretty cool sacrifice. I gotta admit, I dug it. I was just looking. I was like, it wasn't like a shed a tear kind of moment. Like they had some serious shed a tear moments in this season, this first part of the season, but this was not it. This was not one of them. This was just one of those things where it's like, all right, cool. He gets a cool death. And the cool thing, he doesn't even say to everybody, this is what's going to happen to me. He's just like, it's literally about to blow up in my face. And everybody's just like, so May and all of them, they just go and stand in front of the monolith thing. And they just do the whole pose like, all right, get my TV superhero pose. You know what I'm saying? It's the same pose as when they're walking and there's an explosion behind them. Awesome people don't look back at explosions. My hair should be on fire right now. And the concussion wave, don't even talk to me about it. But I'm going to just keep on walking. They had that pose on, waiting for the monolith to do the whole... If it was a logical real life, the show would have been over in 20 minutes. Well, obviously, I know that. But, good point, P.A. Stewart, good point. But... I'm just saying it would have been an extra 20 minutes to go and do the side quest to get the incendiary ammo. I'm just saying. Do you remember Contra? I played Contra when I was a kid. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. Actually, select start. I always played with a friend. So, that's for the extra 30 lives, the Konami code. Anyway, yeah, so... Enoch, this really old automaton, can't actually throw this away because I got this really cool recipe back on the back. Yeah, dude, like they're gone now, and Flint gets to go off into the sunset with his mother figure type, and he's gonna be talking to her. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But they go off and just the future's bright in front of them, and the future's very dark. The past, wow, it's trippy. The past's future is going to be dark for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So wow. Yeah, they got to find a way to get out of that time loop. And I'm wondering, there's got to be something that will allow them to do that. Ghost Rider! Somehow that's got to work. We'll see. Because, and you know what? All of this, when you think about it, Coulson was like, listen, I got to do this thing. You want to do it with me? And it was, the yeah, like it was that. So hopefully we're gonna find out what that is pretty soon. The new episode is tonight. I can't wait to see it. I will do the review in about 2 months. I'm joking. I'll do it. I'll try to remember to do it tonight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyway, this was fun. I genuinely enjoyed it. This was a good way to wrap up this first half of the season. I think it's supposed to be 22 or 23 episodes for this season, so hopefully this one literally just goes straight through and there's no more, surprise, here's a little break. I don't want breaks. I want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, sucker, so put them up. That's what I want. Anyway. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me, and if you check this out later, hey. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Professor Bill, Comic Book University, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Class dismissed. The future is not set. No fate but what we make.